Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. Mom, can we have Serum? There's Serum at home. At home.
At the first glance, Tytel is ticking all the, at least it's free boxes. In contrast to XFER's cash cow with its sinister matrix green glow, the freeware competitor relies on a warmer palette of colors and an almost Uli Behringer grade level of mimicry. Sure, especially after the release of Serum 2, you will be missing a few bits and bobs, but Tytel is still about 3 wavetable oscillators, capable of loading tables from the aforementioned industry standard plugin, all of which can be put through the spectral and wave morph ringer. There's a convenient unison option. You can meticulously fine-tune, and I like the simplicity of the Wavetable editor.
The text-to-Wavetable feature is a nice touch.
And don't forget to turn on high-res mode and Wavetable interpolation if you need it. Noise spectra can be added using samples, which also opens up other sound
design possibilities.
I've never been a fan of Serum's filter section, so it might not come as a surprise that I don't like the one in Tytel either. Filter saturation has a distinctly plastic timbre to it, and although there are some more left-field options, you have to make do without the mind-blowing versatility Serum users love so much. Speaking of which, Tytel offered a dual filter section years before Steve Duda's second coming. The Modulators section, however, is incredibly easy to dial in. There's plenty of snap as soon as you start tweaking the envelope curves, and you can create complex envelope-like evolutions using the stereo LFOs. Random generators are not only nice to have, but also essential if you want to create analog-style patches, and in addition to 4 macros and the usual Midi modulation sources, full MPE support is much appreciated. Assigning modulations is a breeze, and the dedicated mod matrix is exemplary. One humongous serial FX chain lets you add finishing touches to your tones and allows for unabashedly EDM sounding over processing. Even in standard oversampling mode, Tytel isn't exactly easy on the CPU, and you can crank it to "Did I just load up" crisis on an old Pentium 4. My Mac Studio M2 handled demanding arrangements rather professionally though. Tytel was created by Tytel. It is the successor to the critically acclaimed Helm plugin, and yes, it is indeed available free of charge. You will have to link your copy to an account in order to gain access to a basic selection of wavetables and presets, and the Pro license, including the entire factory content plus a few extra perks, is a reasonable $80.
There is no shortage of powerful and great sounding free software instruments, and yet Tytel managed to cause quite a stir. Is it just poor people's Serum?
You have already heard the synth in today's intro tune. That's pretty decent. When you start the plugin without linking it to your account, it only comes with a saw, a noise sample, and no presets. A serious intellectual hurdle for many aspiring EDM producers. I wanna know how far we can get with just that and a few BPM too many.
sounded rather familiar. Over-the-top plucks, suspiciously punchy basses and pseudo-analog tones that are a bit too shallow. That's why people are torrenting Serum. I had to spend a little more time dialing in the envelopes, but apart from that, the workflow is very similar to XFER's finest. Time to download a few Wavetables and combine them with analog drums. The Tytel generated kick blends well with a real-life drum machine, and the internal FX section allows for production-ready tones straight out of the synth. Let's find out how far we can push them with a few specialized FX plugins in this over-polished auditory pixel art amalgamation consisting of neurofunk, jump up and about every preset of the Freeware version. Tytel makes us aware of how weird the music technology landscape has become. In spite of the very customer-friendly business model, the differences to its full-price competitors are marginal, it sounds better than many hardware synths, and it is optimized for the streamlined workflows required in today's music is just another form of content ecosystem. However, it doesn't come as a surprise that a one-man project like this can't follow every step of bigger brands, and the new features in Serum 2 like multi-sample support and granular synthesis are well worth the money. All that being said, Tytel has probably done more to make electronic music production accessible to everyone than cheap knockoff hardware ever will. Thanks for watching and see you next time! Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, become a patron and use one of the links down below that support the channel regardless of what your gas commands you to buy. Thanks to all my patrons for supporting the channel, and welcome to the inevitable Wavetable shoutouts. Tier 4.
Vegantivate,
Brian Gregory,
Halson, Candy Shaver,
Coriolis,
DJ Venn Diagram, Edward,
FADEC, JHBA,
Mauricus,
Marinus Carbon Living, Red Confetti, The Mist,
Thomas D. Fanback,
Tier 6. Fun fact:
Christina Ione, Dagobert Mikkelson.
Again, thank you so much for supporting the channel. See you next month.